Guys, I'm back, of course. Um, I had something going on during the last video, and so, but I'm back now. Um, anyway, this time I'm using an 8x10 prime canvas, and I'm going to be trying these neon colors out that I got for Christmas. I haven't opened them yet, but this is the first time I'm opening them. So we're just going to try these out and see what they look like. And, oh man, put the tab on this. Anyway, try and get this stuff off of here. There we go. Anyway, I'm doing the orange, neon orange. And I'm going to do neon blue. And guys, it is kind of chilly out and rainy. I'm doing a neon orange, neon blue, and I'm only going to pick 3 colors. And I'm going to do a neon yellow. Or no, wait. I'm going to do neon green. That ought to be nice. And I don't know neons. I don't know if you need to put water in your brush first, or I don't know if you need to water it down. But anyway, those are my colors. So I got my paint brushes ready. What I'm going to do is use a big brush for the background. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use, well, it's weird. I'm going to use blue. Oh, no. I think it needs watered down. Let me see. I'm going to spray it with water here. Doesn't work very good, does it? But anyway, yeah, see, it's, I don't know. Neons are nice, but they don't, these for some reason don't go on very well. And I even sprayed it, so, let's see. Huh, okay. It's weird. Now I'm gonna try the orange. Ooh. Orange works better than the blue does. What I'm gonna do is go with orange all the way down to the bottom of the canvas. Yeah, I think the orange brings it more out than the blue does. Add more orange. That blue, I don't know what happened, but it's not cooperating very well. I don't know. Add more orange here. Might as well go with orange the rest of the time. Yeah, now I know why I don't use neon colors too much. Unfortunately, the blue one did not turn out very well, but the orange one turned out really good. So what you want to do, since it turned out so well, you can go over with the blue with the orange. And see, I did take too much paint on my palette, so if I need more, I'll just get more. I'll need a little bit more of orange. Yeah, I don't know if I like these neon. I mean, they should go pretty well, but blue didn't do anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray the canvas with water and see if that helps. Yeah, that helps a little bit. When you spray the canvas with water, it makes your paint spread out a lot better. Which I don't do very often because I don't have hardly any problems with my paint. But since this is new acrylic, I just do that. Now, yeah, it's this thing right here. Yeah, it says thin the color with water to achieve a transparent color. Use the colors full strength for bold, oblique coverage, and mix them together for more color tint. So I think you have to add water to these kind of neon paints. Yeah, but I don't even know if I even like neon, but I'll deal with it because I want to show you guys what neon looks like. And it does look really pretty when you paint it, especially the orange color. What I want to do is this. I want to do a giraffe. What I'm going to do is with the giraffe, I'm going to have to use brown. I'm going to use brown for him. I could do a giraffe without tracing stencil, probably. But I'll trace the stencil today, and maybe sometime I'll make it freehand. But right now I'd just rather do it with a stencil. Of course, drafts aren't even a bit orange. Oh well, it doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is just paint over the whole thing like that. And when you paint over it like this, it's not going to show the outline at all. See how I just paint over it? I don't even care what it looks like. So I'm painting over it. Right now it doesn't even look like a giraffe, but it will. Watch. Ta-da! See? Now if you want, you could like make it kind of big or small or whatever. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. You can, like, that's what I like to do. I'm going to do a stencil of some sort. I like to make it a little bit bigger than the stencil. That way, well, shoot. Oh well, it's not too bad. Yeah, you can make them bigger if you want. Or just make them the same size as a stencil. See how I make mine? It's kind of funny, but that's okay. I'll just make his back bigger. Wow, he really looks funky. I really messed up on him. Well, okay. That's alright, I can do this. Well, that one didn't work. Let me do this side now. I'm gonna do another trap on this side. See, I just go right over the edge here, because when I pick up the paper, it's gonna actually look like a giraffe. Right now, it's not looking like anything. But see, a lot. And that's what giraffe supposedly supposed to look like. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make his neck. This one's gonna have a bigger neck. I'm not gonna mess with this tail. I'm not gonna mess with this one's tail. Stop it, guys. Excuse my dogs. Stop it. Dogs think they can bark at everything and anything. So here's my two drafts. Now add a little bit of white. Try not to put too much paint on your palette, guys, because then you're wasting a lot of paint. And it's just, I don't like to waste a lot, even though I've got quite a bit on my palette already. What I'm going to do is make him brown. I don't even know if I don't even think giraffes are brown, but I guess it doesn't matter how you make them. Doesn't really matter. This one's kind of lopsided. Oh well. Well, yeah. It's kind of weird drawing a giraffe by stencil. And, yeah, draw his little eye or big eye. They're staring at each other now. Now these are not that good. This one is weird looking, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to add their spots. Actually, I'm going to use a little brush for that. Try to use a detail brush for little stuff like that. That way you don't get too much. Yeah, the last video I did before this one, I was doing a Easter basket. At first, I wasn't sure um, if I want to do that, but I did, and I ended up. I mean, it looked really cute. And I know I said on the video that it's going to be an hour to do it. It didn't take no hour. It took about 20 minutes. Like I said, I had something else going on at that time, and so I'm sorry if I cut it so short. This brush is kind of getting bristles are coming off or something. I just hate brushes like that. I mean, I just bought the brush not too long ago, and already the bristles are coming off. Well, some brushes probably don't last as long as others, There's brushes out there that don't last very long. Voila! My two giraffes. Pretty cute, huh? Yeah, I can make giraffes without stencil, really. I mean, I can make them bigger though, but this is just uh, guess a practice run or something. Now this is neon green, and it looks pretty cool. Some neons are better than others. Neon blue, not so much. The green is pretty nice. I've tried to use all my paint off my palette, so that way I don't have to waste any. I always end up putting like grass or trees or bushes down because it looks too plain if I just have giraffes. So I make them look like scenery in the back. So what I'm going to do now, I'm probably going to put like uh, flowers or something. I'm gonna make a flower here. Make a flower here. And make a flower here. And make a flower here. And now when I do flowers, I usually, I don't know about this brush. I haven't used it for flowers yet, but I'm gonna try it. Maybe I could use neon pink. Neon pink would be pretty for flowers. Hopefully it's nice and warm where you guys are, but it's cold here, cold and rainy, and I have a feeling it's gonna snow later when the sun goes down. It gets chilly. I always wear an apron when I paint because if I don't, I get paint all over my clothes. Let's try this. No, this brush, I don't know. It kind of works for petals, but maybe. Let's see. You just gotta push down and then release and swipe. Push down, release, and swipe. Okay. That one doesn't. I don't like that brush for the flowers. Maybe this brush. I think this brush is the one that does flowers real good. This one. Yeah, I don't know about these neon paints. I really don't. Because they don't work for me. They should, but they don't. There's that one. One more flower to go. Yeah, these neon paints, I don't know. They're hard to work with because they don't, I don't know, they just don't go on there very well. So anyway, there's my giraffes, my grass, and my flowers. Yeah, I'm gonna have to um, use this white. down and then flick. Press down, flick. Press down, flick, flick. Yeah, these neon colors I'm not too happy with, unfortunately. Um, they just don't work for me that well. I mean, the white looks pretty on the pink. Actually does. And I got oil paint too, but I haven't used it yet either. So I just don't know. It's like sometimes I'm kind of hesitant about using new things, but I know for sure the neon colors didn't work very well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just I'll just put little brown streaks here. I don't know what I'm doing, but um, I'm just trying to make use for the brown, so I don't have to waste it. That blue doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't look right up here, so I'm gonna just put white up there. 'Cause that neon blue, I advise you not use the neon blue because it just doesn't come out very well. Doesn't even look like blue. So I'm just gonna use white up here. I mean, if you have neon colors and you like neon blue, go ahead and use it. I mean, it doesn't hurt to use it, but me, I just am not very happy with the blue. That's a little bit better. Yes, I just put white on top here. And the plastic on this brush, but it was hard to get off, so I just left it on. Um, yeah, so I figured I'd make drafts today because I made Easter Bunny earlier. Now there's some neon colors that are pretty, like green. I suggest green, orange, and I'm not wild about the pink either. There's some that are nice, um, and if you could paint with neon colors, go for it. Um, but yeah, just go for it if you can paint with them. Um, let me see. I got all kinds of stencils that I like to use, like the elephant and the dog. I could use all kinds of stencils. Oh, and one time I painted a painting with a cat. Actually, I made two cats with the stencil. And it turned out really cute. Um, there's some stencils I don't use. Well, here's a lion. I might use that one. And if you don't want to use a stencil to make your animals, you don't have to use stencils. You can do it freehand, which I usually like to do it freehand. It gives me experience. I mean, it takes time to do it, but if you have the time, it's better to do things freehand. Um, But anyway, so yeah, I got too many brushes in my water now. So what I'm gonna do now is maybe I can paint the clouds. I don't know. Well, Um, I'm gonna use this color for the sky because that got ruined. This is not neon. This is just regular blue. Use that for the sky. Now look how pretty that is. I actually like this blue. It's pretty. Yeah, if you don't like the neon colors, just color over it with some other color that you have. Um, I mean, it's not gonna really hurt your painting too much. Like I'm painting over the sky here with the blue because my other neon blue didn't really work out that well. So I'm repainting the sky with this color blue. Isn't that pretty? I like white and blue. It's so pretty. Makes it stand out. And when you have paint on your palette, I would use very little. Like that blue, I would use very little because otherwise you're wasting a lot of paint. And if you need more, you just pour more. That's all. Why waste paint when you could just add more if you need more? That's what I figured. So, clouds. What I do with clouds, I just go round and round and round in circle. Clouds can be kind of tricky sometimes. They're still tricky for me, and I still have a problem making clouds. I'm not that great cloud maker yet, but I guess the more you practice, the better you get. That's what I keep hearing. And I do practice, so I guess my clouds are pretty good. See how the sky is blue? I love that color. It's kind of blue. I think it's a royal blue. Now that's a pretty color. With white, it's very pretty. Yeah, so just don't don't add too much color on your palette. I mean, I know I don't like to waste paint. Acrylics you can't really save. You can't really save acrylics unless someone someone can and they can tell me about it how to save acrylics. What I'm doing is I'm just flicking the sky a little bit, making it more what do you call it? Make it more real, I guess. You can flick it like this to make it look more realistic. Because even though there's already clouds, you can make it see how that looks now. See how the sky is now. It looks kind of like a storm coming in. But yeah, my giraffes. You have to do it now a little bit. Uh, shoot, it's kind of hard to do it real tidy. But these are my giraffes and my flowers, which those flowers didn't go very well. But like I said, I don't really use neons too much. It's the first time I used these neons, and some I'm not impressed with. Let's try a neon yellow. neon yellow. We're gonna try to put the sun, try to make a sun with neon yellow. Yeah, these kind of remind me of that Gochi paint. I got some of that, and it's like watercolor paint. You gotta add water. No, that's kind of nice. See how I put the neon yellow up here? Make a sun. And then what I'm gonna do is add white. You can add white to your sun, or I mean, you could add yellow and white. Maybe a blue brighter. I don't know. This neon not working well for me. I mean, the yellow is alright. Now what I'm going to do is add yellow. See how little yellow I added? I didn't add very much. I'm very, very skimpy with my paint. Just going to add yellow and white again and make like sun rays. Okay. At first I didn't know what I was going to paint this time around. Half the time I don't really know what I'm going to paint when I'm on YouTube, but I just start painting and this is what I got. Now that giraffe looks a little bit, let me see if I can kind of fix him. Poor thing. Looks kind of, there we go. There we go. Looks a little bit better. When I use stencil for giraffe or any animal, it's hard. I think it's harder than using it freehand. That's why I like doing a lot of my paintings freehand. I don't really use stencils too much. Um, Now this one, I might paint over. It's supposed to be an Easter egg with Easter bunnies around it, but I don't like it because it's too dark. And if I paint over with black, I can redo it again, but I can make the egg lighter and the bunnies lighter. But I can redo this. I just have to paint the whole thing over again. And I don't know if I could paint it over with light color or not. So we'll just see what happens. I should be able to. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add another flower up here. And then use this brush. And I'm going to use my cochineal, I don't know how to pronounce it. But that's a real pretty color. I barely added any paint. So I want my paints to last. And the only time and the only way you can make your paints last is adding very little on your palette. Okay, see how pretty that is? It's a very pretty color. Just push, push and release. Push and release. Push, release. Oh shoot. Too much paint on this one. Well. Push and release. Push and release. That is a pretty color. I love that color. Now what I'm going to do is add a little stem here. But that is a very pretty color. See how pretty color that is? That red. That's not just a red. It's like I call it fire red. But now I'm going to add another huge flower here. Big flower. And then wash my brush or wipe my brush off. And then I'm going to use that color again. Actually, I might need a bigger brush for that. So we'll use this brush. Just press, release. Press, release. Press, release. Press, release. Press, release. That didn't work out very well, did it? Well, that's okay. Okay. Yeah, these big brushes are kind of not cooperating with me. Yeah, so what you want to do is see I used all my paint. This color anyway. I used all my color. That's what I need to do. I need to use a little bit of paint. I need to get in the habit of using very little on my palette. Now I need some white. Little bit. See, even white, I don't add that much. And this thing, you could easily add a lot of white with this big container here. One thing I'm going to do is make homemade Mod Podge. I just learned how. You take some white school glue and then you mix it with water, and that's it. I mean, I didn't think it was that easy, but you take white school glue and you get a container with a lid on it, a little container, and you just mix water with the glue, and it makes Mod Podge. So it's really simple, I guess. So I'm going to start probably making my own Mod Podge instead of buying it at the store. Because when you're buying Mod Podge, you're usually spending like $5 or $6 for a small thing when you can actually buy school glue for less than that. And all you add is water, and that's it. And then you mix it. So it's very easy to make. I didn't realize how easy Mod Podge was to make until I learned that this morning on YouTube. There's a lot of things on YouTube that you can learn. But see, I used up all my paint except for the white. And I need to get in that habit of not using so much paint on my palette. Yeah, see how conservative it gets when you don't add as much paint on your palette? So, do this over again. Yeah, but Mod Podge helps with your painting. If you're painting with acrylic and you want to make your painting shiny, just put Mod Podge over it with a paintbrush and you get shiny painting. And it looks like oil paint, but it's not. So it's pretty cool. There, look all the flowers and the giraffe. I love flowers, as you can tell. I like to paint flowers now. I used to not be able to paint flowers that good, but since I've taken on the painting, now I love to paint flowers. I don't know how to paint all flowers yet, but I will learn eventually. Painting takes a lot of practice, really. I've only painted for probably over a year now, and I'm still learning. It's a slow process to learn everything, really. Um, but I'm getting it. I know how to paint birds now. I know how to paint owls. I know how to paint cities. Oh, that's another thing I should show you guys how to paint is a cityscape. Oh man, I know how to paint that. And I got also a painting that has like a little town. I might I might show you guys how to paint a little town one day, and even a cityscape. But as you could see up there, my tiger. That's my first tiger that I painted that ended up really good. Um, so don't tear yourself down. Don't give yourself credit that you know how to paint at least. Um, and if you don't, well, you can always learn how to paint. So now I'm just messing around, doing blue now. Yeah, but some people, some people know how to paint fantasy stuff, and I don't know how to paint fantasy things yet. But I know I know an artist that does, so she's really good at painting fantasy things. Yeah, that giraffe looks kind of, I don't know, it just looks kind of weird. Um, I'm not gonna worry about it as long as he looks good. The other one looks kind of funny. But, oh well, that's uniqueness. So I'm gonna paint with the sun. Use white for the sun. Make it white makes colors come out more. Yeah, the sun looks green though. It doesn't look yellow. Well, probably because I didn't let. You know, if you don't let your canvas dry, you're gonna blend in other colors. And of course, I never let my canvas dry first. I just like to paint over it. But oh well. Sometimes it's good to be unique, you know. But yeah, so I'm wondering what else I can paint. Because these are drafts, so their thing is I should have at the land where they're on. I should have painted that brown. But I guess orange is okay. Um, I don't know. First, I didn't know what I was going to paint anyway. So anyway, I guess I'll let you guys go now. I hope you enjoyed my painting, and I hope you subscribe to my channel. And have a good day. Bye now.